Hmm. Good morning, Donnell. Oh, another one of these days. This you called it. This week was definitely a weird week for real. And yesterday, man, things just didn't go my way on AM. They just did not go my way. AM just did not want to turn around for me. I mean, it gave me profit, but it was sad profit on AM. Uh, Over here on my Street Smart Edge, I need to brighten this thing up. Okay, there we go. Street Smart Edge. I was looking at AM, and I looked at pre-market, and it looked like it, kind of got spicy there, and it just got shoved down a little bit. And I was like, okay, well, I know it hit a high up here of resistance of 375, so maybe it can try to retest that. I don't know. And then I saw the body of this candle was the 280ish level. And I was like, man, this could be a nice little re-entry level. And so I waited all day and saw these 3 hour candles get pressure from the bottom side, and we saw that 260 start to hold, and I was like, man, something's wrong with 260. I think if it holds 260, I'm gonna try to give it a go. And so that's what I did. I got in 266 and it popped up, and I sold a little bit right at the top on this candle. And I was like, okay, well, I took a little bit off. I had like maybe like uh I think I only took 100 shares off. So I had about 900 still in hand for this first dip. And then it came up here again and retested and tried to get through, and I took a little bit more. I had about 850 shares left, and then it did that snap down, and I was like, what in the world is going on? So I was like, I'm not even gonna play with this. I just went ahead and took it all off in that snap down. I was like, I'm not even gonna play with it. So did not lock in all of the profit that I had, which was like, I think I was up like 170, and I lost a lot of it on that snap down. But knowing how this week has gone, I was like, okay, I'd rather just take green now than risk a even harsher snap down. Because anytime you get a snap down like that, it's gotta be a big short causing that kind of snap down. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna play it safe, take my green, and I'm green on the week, you know. But green, all the trades that I've taken. I'm green on the month right now. I'm up. I'm looking for maybe two more trades on the month so I can get up to. I'm right at 500 right now. But I want to push it a little bit more. And kind of just see that consistency with the strategy that I'm using. But I mean, it's an extra 500 bucks on the month, so it's like whatever. And I have seen a lot of people that are red on this month, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be grateful. For today though, I see Pixie had jumped up there, but it's got low volume. It jumped up there from $8 up to the $10. And kind of the same MO as AM from yesterday. Jumped up there early, right out of the gates, came down and just went flat. And so looking at Pixie, it's almost the same structure, but we'll see if volume can, because yesterday the reason that I traded AM is because it continued to hold the top 10 volume movers on my scans. And I was like, people at least are still looking. You know what I mean? But when they fall off of that and they lose volume and they can't compete on the day, I'm just not gonna touch it. But we'll see what Pixie has. And then also from yesterday that was moving was INZY. Moved up from the 227s up here to the 325s, and again fell and went flat, and then fell off at the end of the day, and now has resurged up here. But with the volume that it has, not even a million shares traded, it's got to do some work to keep me interested there. But yeah, very light volume day to start off at 8:05, 8:05 Central Time. Are you guys watching anything from the previous days, or just waiting for some true momentum? Because everything has kind of been like, okay, we need to buy the dip because we don't know if this if this is going to even break out. What's up, GD? GD, I'm just was going over my trade from yesterday, the only trade that I've taken this week, and how it went sideways and how I protected myself in that trade, and that's about it. I mean, it literally went sideways. AM going straight up sideways there. I got in at 266, and I was looking for this thing to go ahead and break out and try to retest some of this range. I mean, this is a whole level, a whole war zone, 374 down to 3 or 2. That's a dollar range, and I was expecting it to at least get up, maybe a halfway point, maybe 325, 330. But man, that thing snapped back, and I was like, you know what? This may not be the week for all of that. I was like, I'm gonna keep my shoes today. So it was still a green trade, but yeah, I just did not want that to fold on me. All right, the SPY today, still a lot of flat motion in the SPY. Tesla has been like the number one mover every single day. I usually keep my own Tesla to see what it's doing. I don't know why it's just so, you know, it's a meme stock. It's always doing something crazy. BAX. Oh yeah, other things that happened this week. I took on a couple of projects this week, and I don't know what it was about this week. This week, I mean, it was crazy in the market, but it was still crazy in real life. We had several tornadoes drop here in Mississippi. We're still under tornado watch. And I was on the road during all of it. I was like, yeah, I'm driving, bobbing and weaving, baby, bobbing and weaving. Um, I really thought it was like the temperature swings were crazy. It was just up and down. I thought it was gonna snow for a minute. Then I thought, hey, I might sweat out in a jacket for a little bit. But yeah, everything was crazy here. But we still here though. We still here. We are still around. And still green on the week. Rather small green, but oh well. I really want to get a consistent. I mean, I don't know. Like, I want to get like 200 bucks per trade is what I really would like. But on weeks like this, I mean, it snaps back so fast, especially when they get in those tight ranges. I mean, yesterday I'm looking at AM, I'm up 171 bucks, and then all of a sudden, snap. I'm like, what? Come on, bro. Let's get some follow through, man. But if you're not a part of the Discord, yeah, the Discord is where we do all these discussions or whatnot. Like from yesterday when we were in here. Let's see. Discord. This is the Discord. We were talking yesterday. Where is the beginning of this day? We be out here. We be out here definitely chatting it up when I especially when I can't stream. This is the best way to reach me. If you have any trade ideas or anything like that, man, we drop all kinds of stuff in here during the day. I Rooster in there. trying to see where today started or yesterday started. Yesterday at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. Boy, a lot of chats. Okay, so yeah, AMA probably doesn't seem like much entry. That's not bad. Oh, okay, yeah, this was when Rooster jumped into AMA, and I was like, man, I don't know, man, that thing's looking crazy, but it continued to hold at 250. And so I don't know when I was trying to get in. AMA oh yeah, that's when I said it continues to hold 250. Sold out at 253, whatever. And then I said, hey, I may give AMA a play if it can hold 260, which it did. Held 260. And Donnell was like, oh man, that's danger. I was like, I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna give it a try. It was danger. It definitely was danger, but it gave me a brief little breath from the shorts. The shorts covered a little bit. And this is when I got in at 266. I took 1,000 shares, 270, and and Donnell said, "Yep, I'm glad I got small size." And I was like, I'm good. I'm risking 150 bucks. I let it ride. Risk 15 cents on that 1,000 shares, and yeah, it just started to get some little pops. But man, that snapback was something serious. Anyway, let me drop that Discord link if you're interested in getting into the Discord. It's always some good convo over there. Seven days, never. Yeah, but for right now, Pixie up 13%, not a huge gainer, but we'll see what the range looks like when it opens up. Not even a million shares traded yet, though. If you guys are seeing anything else, definitely drop it in the chat so we can get it pulled up and have a look. Oh yeah, the other thing I didn't like about AMA yesterday, which made me take my profits fast, was this right here. Yahoo Finance. I actually checked this at 2 locations. AMAM. When I checked this and I saw this right here, held by insiders 0%, I was like, I don't know about this, because when you see a high institutional holding, I just all I see is manipulation. That's all I see. I'm like, man, this thing can be manipulated very heavily. So I need to be quick on the guns if I'm gonna get in this. And so that's what made me kind of skittish, taking my size off really rather quickly, not having those insiders backing the trade. Usually most low flows that we see go up have high insider holdings. They have either 50% or higher in the holdings that actually rip, that actually take out those shorts. The shorts are shorting it. They're like, hey, we believe this can go down, but the insiders are like, no, 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 no. We have invested much money here. We're not going down yet. We haven't made enough. And so that's why I always come out here and look at those insider holdings, look at the institutional holdings, because that can give you a gauge of who's going to do the manipulation. Um, my scanners in Discord, I can drop them in there right now. This one is the top volume mover for 20. Let me take a picture of this real quick. Okay, that is in the Discord. Let me drop the other one. That one was the top charts. Personal. The other one is just a top volume mover. It's just looking for anything above $2, but I dropped that one too. New. Okay. And then Discord. There's two of them, and then I got one more. Did that one greater potential there? Okay, and let me see. So basically, let's see. There's that one. Yeah, all three of them are there. And yeah, those are my scans. I really, really, really have been doing so much better. I mean, even mentally, trading things above $2. Trading under $2 has been a curse for me. I've lost so much money under two. I'm like, no, I'm good. Every time people bring it up, I'm like, I just sip my tea. I mean, if you could just see the difference in like my expectations, it's like if I can get 20-30 cent rips out of something above $2, I'm okay. Something's moving under $1, under $2. I see them all the time. It's tempting, but I know it's like I have these invisible bumps or bruises on my mental from under $2, and I'm just repulsed every time I see it now. It brings a bad taste in my mouth. So that's why you'll see all the scanners are looking for things over $2. If you want things under $2, you can use those, but hey, I wish you luck. Salute you. All right, let's see. Lori called out SPRC has a history of ripping at the open then crashing. SPRC. Hey, I didn't even know SPRC was under $2, but I'm pretty sure it'll show us. Let's see, and let's look at the daily chart on SPRC. What's the volume? 14 mil. SPRC. Let's see what is this daily chart looking like. So the daily chart over here, yeah, it has, what was this? A rip from 341 up to the sevens, gave it all back. Ripped up here to the almost the $4. So yeah, definitely has a history of giving back. So hey, it's like, hey, it's Friday. Do you feel like dancing with the devil? I just look for things that's obvious and that can give me a nice dip. If they can't give me a dip, if they're just ripping higher, I'm like, deuces, see ya. You do what you do. What's the news on SPRC here? Let me see. SPRC, SciSpark's drug discovery joint venture MitoCare X Bio successfully reached the first milestone for its future machine learning system. SciSpark announces Mito joint venture achieves first milestone. Okay, okay. All right, so let's go and look at some of the statistics that I usually look for on the higher price ones. SPRC. All right, so first, let's see who's holding. So we see held by insiders 6.48%. That's questionable. I do like to see it higher than that, maybe around, 40 to 50%. and then held by institutions. I mean, does anybody even want to hold this? I don't know. Shares short 1.6%. So that means out of every 100 shares, there's 1.06 there. And this information was updated January 31st, 2023. So that may have changed. I'll go and check some other sites, but as of now, looking like a very low insider holdings. Let's go and look at BAM SEC, SPRC. Does have shelf registration for February. What is this? February? Wait, that's today. That's today. Okay, shelf registration for today. Had a shelf registration for last year as well. Let's also look at FinViz SPRC. So we already know it's got low insider holding. Let's see. Yep. And so it's the same over here on FinViz. Insider transaction 0, insider owning 6%, very low insider owning. So that's gonna be something that definitely, and this is the same over here for the short ratio 1.14%, which means out of every 100 shares, how many are being shorted? So not a high short percentage there, but it is low float. But what is a low float without the short sitting on top of it? Not very predictable. We need those shorts to show us where they're winning. So I guess they're gonna have to load up on this one if it's gonna go anywhere, but I don't know. Short interest, is it over here on this one? SPRC. SPRC is here. Let's see. Percent float, same thing, about 1.12%. Owned by insiders, same thing. So this is pretty much the same across the board with that 6% on insiders. So I'm guessing it's gonna be a lot of fake out breakouts on that one. We will see. We will see if people get absolutely chopped up in this one today. So yeah, if I was gonna be shorting something today, it'll probably be this one. But we'll see. We'll see if or we could see a different action. We could see it rip and then a big short just come and pound it down, like with these others that have happened earlier this week, like AMAM, big big rip up. Remember, it had it had 0% insider holding, went up to this high of 376, and then boom, a big hit down into back into these ranges, and then a sideways movement. Same thing with Pixie over here. Had a nice move up to what, $10. Now I don't know what Pixie's insider holding is though. Let me go check real quick. Insiders 89% on Pixie. Insiders are holding, okay, that's pretty high. And then for the short percent float, 9.10%. So for every 100 shares short, there's 9 gonna be shorted. So that's pretty high insider holding there. Let's look at BAM for Pixie. The only thing Pixie is missing is volume. Shelf registration from January 31st, 2023. Had a couple of shelf registrations from and amendments from last year. Pixie. Okay, very low float, 1.0. What? Does this thing switch up? So it says over here, insider owning less. Nah, something's got to be. Whoa, that's a big drop. See, I don't like that inconsistency right there. This says 0.90%. This one says 89%. That's a big drop. Let's go over to the short squeeze. Look at Pixie. That's a big drop off. Okay, let's see. Insider owning 33. See these inconsistencies though. Owners 33% owned by institutions 11%. Too many inconsistencies. That's Why are there three different numbers? It, and we saw with the other one. What was the other one we were looking at? The other one, oh my gosh, I just went. Oh, SPRC. We saw with the other one, at least it was consistent across the board about what was going on. Pixie got numbers all over the board. We don't know whether it's 1%, 89%, 30%. So those inconsistencies, you kind of got to just wait and see how it plays out through the day. Uh, but with it being Freaky Friday, you never know. You don't want to be caught on the wrong end of the stick on Freaky Friday. Looking around, if y'all got any more call outs, definitely let me know and we can take a little peek under the hood and see what kind of engine they running with. Tesla, what is BAX? I don't know what BAX is. I never heard. Oh, Baxter. Baxter declares quarterly dividend, so that's not going to be a huge growth. Why is a quarterly dividend at the top of the list? That's going to need to fail. DraftKings up here with 12%. Of course, they've been up because the Super Bowl just ended or not ended, but uh, yeah, during football season and all of these sports, they do tend to make some moves in DraftKings. And see, so I think we're watching pretty much everything that we can see for today. And that's what I was telling. I was in Discord with Rooster. I was like, bro, you gotta check these freaking see who's holding these stocks. What is it, institutional play? Is it a insider thing? I mean, because that could really help you to see who's gonna get pushed. All right, we got 2 minutes to the opening bell. Been sipping this tea, man, trying to keep my throat from being so dry. All right. So I guess the first one we'll watch out of the gates to see is SPRC. And I'm watching this because I think the shorts are gonna come in hard and heavy. I don't know where, but I think they're gonna pound this one. The top was 146, and we know all this week we have seen breakouts destroyed, absolutely destroyed. So I'm not expecting any different for today because it seems like every day we've had this slow volume on the low floats, and then they'll try to get up and go, and then boom, they just sit on them. It's been a short week. Like if you're short this week and you're red, I don't know what to say about you. Not only that, the continuation downward. All right, so we got our open here. Had a high of 150, right under the 150s up here. Lori called out IBIO. IBIO. 114, 115%. Okay. And we'll go and look at this one as well. Jump over here real quick. IBIO. Let me make this smaller. IBIO, let's look what you got here. Float 12 million, held by insiders 2.76%, held by institutions 18.67. Definitely a lot of institutional holding. Short percent, a lot more shares looking like their shares float 13 for every 100. Let's look at SEC. IBIO. Did I look up the wrong thing or something? No shelf registrations on that one, but we'll see what that institutional holdings does. Finviz. Yep, insider owning only 1%, institutional holding 10%. Could see some manipulation. We'll see. SPRC getting on down there. I thought it was going to have at least a movement upward, but maybe not yet. IBIO doing the same thing for right now. Let's look at the daily chart for IBIO. Ooh, look at this gap fill. Oh, that may not be good. Okay, so it had a gap back here, 150-ish, right there where it came up, and it actually gapped to the gap fill. So, hopefully it doesn't push back too far on that one. To return to the bottom, it will be what, the 89 cents or around $1. So it is getting a little bit of a push down, but it did not clear the gap fill yet. It's going to need to pop back over the 155s and back over the 160s to even try to test this 170. So that is quite a bit of a move that it's going to have to pull off. As of now, being the beginning of the market move, the first hour hasn't even passed yet, and it's already red. I try not to buy on red candles, on red hour candles, because you never know how far they're gonna go down, especially under $2. The thing can go just continue to grind down. But I would wait for a pivot, and that's what I did yesterday with AMAM. I waited for a pivot, right? The first pivot of the day, it was red hour, red hour, red hour, and I saw this come back up in here, and I was like, okay, this thing has shown us multiple times that it can hold. I'm gonna try it right here around the 260 level. And of course, it didn't do great, but it was a green trade, profitable trade. A couple tanks of gas is all I needed, so that's what it gave me. But yeah, Pixie dropped the hammer. And remember those inconsistencies I was talking about on Pixie? Sometimes the inconsistencies are very bad for the stock. I mean, it just doesn't add up, you know. It had a flat top up here of 923, and usually the calculation that I do on this, let's see, resistance up here at 986. So what I look for, I'm like, okay, in pre-market, what was the best move that it had? The best move that it had was from 804, 806 up to the 980, 987 ish. So 804, 987. I'll go ahead and put 987 minus 804. And what I'm looking for is a 25% win on a specific ticker. So I'll multiply that by 25. And so the most that I will be looking for is 45 cents. 45-cent winner off of this one would be great. But guess what? This hour candle is red right now. I want to make sure and I want to see this thing tighten up for a reversal. This thing is too big right now to the downside. So I will let that play out and not buy into that red. Let's see. So SPRC, I'm trying to hold up the 125s there. Well, it's already through the 125s, but trying to find a little area of support there, but still red right there. Some pretty big sizes on the level twos here for SPRC. We're seeing but with this price level, we should be seeing even bigger sizes. Look, this size right here, the $1.06, what is this? 31,000 shares compared to these smaller. So I want to look for those outlier prices, those prices that stick out like 31,000 shares. That could be a potential bounce spot. But because it's below $2, I wouldn't take it anyway. But I'm just saying, if I was going to be trading this, I'll be looking for those areas with those pretty high. I would look for it to break this area and then hold. Break that 106 and maybe even break $10 and then hold that level for a possible reversal. But that's if it was following my rules. Tesla, trash. IBIO continues down as well. Let's look for Lori says BBBY, Bed Bath and Beyond. Bed Bath and Beyond, 6 million shares traded. Straight up. Okay. So the only other thing that's throwing me off about Pixie is this low volume. This thing is moving a whole lot on low volume. Needs to be in the competition. So A-Mam, I'm gonna go ahead and take that one off. Not really interested in that one. Pixie, I mean, if it can get a little bit more volume, maybe, but I'm gonna take it off for now. I don't feel like watching that one on that low volume. N or INZY was one that ripped up here in pre-market, now going down. Only 3 million shares traded. Backs looking trash. Not too worried about that. DraftKings continues to pump higher. Is the SPY pumping up too? Okay, 40. What's the SPY looking like? 406. Not really too much of a pump there. Okay. Bed Bath and Beyond. Bed Bath and Beyond has been all over the place. It ripped like a penny stock for a little bit from 3 up to 314. Came all the way back down here to the 189. I don't know. Lori called out TRKA. TRKA. TRKA with 3 million shares traded. What is the news on TRAK or TRKA? Top Reddit short squeeze mentions. What is this stock? Oh, it's getting slammed there. TRKA. Okay. Tro Trochia, I don't know. Troika Media Group, a professional services company, provides consulting and solution services worldwide. It offers brand building and activation, marketing innovation, and enterprise technology and performance and customer acquisition, technical or media based resources, third party advertising, technology solutions, proprietary business intelligence systems, data delivery systems, and other key services. In addition, it provides consumer engagement tactics, digital offline ecosystems, and customer acquisition methods. It serves consumer products and services, entertainment, media, sports, and betting. Okay, so you're playing this one based on the DraftKings type move, playing it off of some of the sports and things that are going on. I'm assuming it's based out of New York. Okay, let's read into it. TR doesn't look like it has any shelf registrations. Insider owning 15%. Okay. Okay, this one says 47% insider owning. And then this one says short percent float 15%. A little bit of inconsistency. Let's go back over here to the statistics over here and see if it's float is 23%. So it's got different floats everywhere. And then it says held by insiders 52%, held by institutions 14%. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Inconsistencies always throw me off. Um, SPRC down to 118 now. So we saw that level that we previously looked at was the 106. We'll see what it looks like when it fails there, but I don't know what this thing could range out to. Let's see. So it moved from 90 cents up to the 145 in pre-market. That was its best move. So if we do our calculation up to the 145 minus 90 cents. And if we want to do a 25 cent, we want to capture 25 cents of the 25% of this move. We'll multiply by 25. And we'll be looking for about 13 cents on a win. So if I was going to trade this, I would say if I get the 13 cents, that's the best that I'm going to get. I'm taking the profit. If I get 13 cents out of this one, hey, praise the Lord. I'm out. Let's see. BBBY. And that's how I keep my expectations pretty managed, because before I was using any kind of calculation, I'll be like, man, I hope this thing goes to the moon. I hope this thing goes to the moon. But that just doesn't work when you're trying to be consistent, trying to go to the moon on every play, especially when you start playing with bigger share sizes. You taking 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 shares. You need to have some kind of calculation, say, okay, this is what I am now. If it does pass 13 cents, okay, maybe you throw a stop in there and you say, okay, well, at least I locked in the best, right? So if it does stop me out, great. But for the most part, with stocks like this, they'll snap back. They'll snap back really quickly. So I would say just take the profit. don't let it take your profit back. But yeah, 13 cents is, I mean, that's the holy grail on this one. I wouldn't look for any more. Let's see. NZ. Daniel B, what's up? Let's see. Daniel B in the building. Everything is the same. I'm still here. You're not planning to trade today? Oh yeah, yeah, Daniel B. I'm pretty much, this week has been so slow. I've only taken one trade this week. It was a green trade, but I'm okay. Seeing how many people suffered this week, I'm okay leaving this week green. I would think Daniel B would have been shorting everything that moved this week. Cause I think I saw Roblox or something earlier this week on the scans. That's one of Daniel B's babies. RBLX. I saw it on the scans. What day was that? What was the Monday was the 13th, so not that day. I saw it on the scans this day. It was going up then. Yeah, on the 15th. Yep. And again, SPRC still red on that hour candle. I wouldn't touch it. I would just let it do its thing. Figure out what it wants to do. DraftKings, Bed Bath and Beyond, coming on back down. Hit the $2 mark. Nice, Daniel B. Took two trades this week, 1700. Nice. Tell you, man, it's something about reducing the trading frequency and just doing those quality setups. A lot of times, on YouTube, people say, "Oh yeah, I'm getting an A+ setup," and it's like every 5 minutes they're like, "Yeah, here comes the A+ setup." It's like it's only been 5 minutes. How's this A+ setup? If 5 minutes ago the A+ setup that you called was false, what makes this A+ setup? What is your thesis? And that's what we go into a lot of times in the Discord. Oh my gosh, TRKA dropping there kind of harshly, but I want to know, if you're going to put out a trade plan, what is your thesis behind that trade, right? Like, not so much, okay, we see like what is it that's causing you to get into that trade, right? To make it an A+ setup. Not so much that, oh yeah, it's moving up, but what I mean, what external things are causing you to get into that trade? You know, SPRC just continue to just stomp on down there. And with a move like SPRC, um, what's like, if we're looking at our chart, what's the probability that on the next hour open it'll be able to reach this level here of the 133, right? This 133 would be the breakout of the previous hour candle. I think that's a low probability on the next candle. So I'll wait for this candle to close and get tighter. Now, if it continues to be a falling knife, okay, I just don't get caught in a falling knife situation. But I want to see um a closer previous high on the hour candle for that breakout. But of course, this price level may not give a great breakout. But this is just an example. INZY, up and down and all around. One Life, what's up? Hey, I'm trying to One Life. I'm trying to catch up with you. I'm taking fewer trades. All of my trades are green. I'm in less of a guessing game in the market. You know, the shorts are I'm taking the short shoes more times than not. So things are going great over here. You know, just taking my time, analyzing my trades, and yeah, trying not to end up on somebody else's dinner plate. Um, the SPY looks like it's coming down a little bit. 404 pushing down. Is Tesla gonna be following the SPY? It's following it a little bit. Oil coming back down to the 75. I can't believe oil is coming back down, bro. This thing has been through this level multiple times. So oil came down here just a little bit. Oil came down here, held the 70, held the 70s again, held the 70s. It just continues to test down this 70 level on oil. I'm wondering, will it ever break? It has double tested this 80 level. Don't know if it'll go back up there, but hey, maybe it'll continue to chop sideways and it'll revisit the 80 level again. But yeah, oil's looking great as long as it continues to go down. The NQ holding well out of that downtrend now, that previous downtrend, and just holding above the 12,000s now. Getting some little consolidation under the 1300 or 13,000. Dang B says my internet is lagging. Oh, yeah, that's yeah. One life, all the same, all same. Today looks like shorting day. Yep, this whole week has been a shorting week. That's how I was like, man, I know Dang B killed it this week. Shorting. DraftKings back up here to the highs. Has a high of the 2077, looking like it wants to go for a breakout. Amazon also up there. Whoops. Okay. Looking. Pixie. Going on down. Okay. So for now, looks like the low floats have been pushed off of the top volume movers. We got Tesla with 32 million, DraftKings with 20 million, Amazon with 10 million, and not a low float to be seen with any kind of competition against these three. So another one of those days in the low float market, moving kind of slow. SPRC, how much time does it have on this hour candle? And of course, my Street Smart Edge, the hours close on every 30 minutes. So 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. So my hour candles may look a little bit different from yours if yours closes on 9, 10, 11. But I kind of like the whole 30-minute thing. It's like, eh, you know, I get to see what the whole thing wants to do and give it an extra 30 minutes, you know. But we'll see what this one wants to do. Came down here to the 113s. Looks like it's going to continue dipping. Tesla breaking under the 200s now. DraftKings, did it do a good breakout here? Almost. Finding some kind of resistance there at that 2075. TRKA Still at 22 cents there. INZY tested this, made a high up here at 319 and then a lower high at the 314. Thinking that thing's gonna come on down. Only 5 million shares traded, not even in competition with the top. Amazon absolutely destroying to the downside. What's the news on Amazon? Why is it going down like this? Amazon cheap new plastic choking the world. What? Let's see. Cheap new plastic choking the world. The world thrives on plastic, one of the most enduring, versatile materials ever invented. It's in our coffee pods, clothes, cars we drive to work, and tech devices we can't live without. Extracting ourselves from plastic land is tough. Okay. So what does that have to do with Amazon? Another category. What does this have to do with Amazon? Okay. So don't see anything about Amazon, whatever. DocuSign to let go 10% of its workforce. Okay. I don't know. I don't know why Amazon is going down. Maybe it's just the end of the week sell off. It was at $100, kind of plateaued around $100 and has moved down to $96. Bed Bath and Beyond giving everything back real quick. And this is why I let that first hour play out. DraftKings again with another attempt to break out here, 2075. High, previous high was 2074, and this high is 2074. Finding a little bit of resistance there. So a double top on the 15-minute, but that doesn't mean that it's over with on the hour and the 30-minute. SPCR all the way down to 109. Now, what did I tell y'all? This thing getting on down there, man. Getting on down there. Huge move down. And this is why I wait for that first. If the hour is red, why buy? I mean, you don't know when it's gonna stop. Like, why? Why would you? I mean, if you bought at 125, you're a fool. It's red, and you know this thing. I mean, if you knew all the external factors, the insider holding, the institutional holding, the shelf registrations, even if you knew all of that, somebody, I guarantee you, somebody bought this 125 level expecting it to hold. It's like, why? But it's down 17% on the day now. Um, yeah. IBIO or IBIO, yeah. Had a top here of the 181. Was this the one that had that gap fill? IBIO, or was that another one? Was that SPRC that had the gap fill? IBIO. Remember one of them we looked at this morning had a gap fill. Okay, yeah. IBIO had the gap fill. So right here, we saw that it had the 150 gap fill, and it did push back over that level, and it did test this top here at the 180s. It has not broken that 180 yet, but maybe the next level will be the two right under the $2. I don't know what it wants to do, but it's whatever. It looks like a chop factory anyway. The best move on IBIO during pre-market aftermarket was from 90 cents up to $1.96. So I don't know if we can expect that. And let's see. So $1.95.90. So 195. minus that 90 cents is $1.05. If we multiply that by 25, 26 cents at best. I don't know. I wouldn't even expect that much out of this one. 26 cents. But it does have a little bit of volume. 28 million shares in volume. But again, people are looking at these higher price ones, getting better ranges, getting 20, 50 cent moves on Tesla. I mean, why would they be playing with this one down here that moved what from 144 up here to the 140 cents when you got Tesla and DraftKings blowing up everything? This will move from 1962 up to 2075. Way much more range there on that one. So, you know, hopefully next week we'll have a better week for low floats. But I mean, the name of the game this week was protect your profits and don't go into a hole because there was nothing to get you out of that hole. You get in there, you go down 200-300 bucks, $400. There is no stock to get you out. Soros bought Canva, bought Carvana. Soros bought Carvana. Soros. What is their ticker? And then Lori called out Mara. Mara. All right. So now SPRC. The 106 was that level that had that 31,000 there that we looked at earlier. That became a little, or I put it's supposed to be green for support. So what you want, or what I think is going to happen is going to go ahead and break this 106 down. Let's look at the size at 106 now. 22,000, and then we got a size at the 103s, and then the $1. Yeah, I'm thinking it can break that down. This red candle has not closed yet. Some people, they jump the gun. They'll see this little wick forming, and they'll go ahead and get in there, and then it slams on down. I would say wait for the candle to close. That's one thing that I've been doing lately, waiting for candles to close. Because I'm telling you, it's crazy. A candle can be looking great. I mean, just superb. And you get in there, and all of a sudden, the candle's got 15, 20 minutes left to close, and it completely does some kind of yoga thing, and it's looking like, oh my gosh, I need to get out. You know what I'm saying? So I've been waiting for candles to close, and that's been saving me a lot of money as well. But yeah, I would just because if something's gonna be strong, it doesn't matter. If something has catalyst or whatever, it's gonna form a candle that looks strong, and it's gonna close with a strong looking candle. So patience is key. DraftKings finally broke out of that 2075-ish level. Um, Testing the 21s right now, finding a little bit of resistance. Was that a false break? 2098 broke through there and kind of went back on this on that breakout. Exactly, Daniel B. Sometimes people pump news just to get you in there to be a sell or to be a buyer. so they can be a seller. What is Soros ticker again? Let me see. Carvana. Carvana. I don't even know what their ticker is. Amazon continuing to pile down. IBO IBIO continuing to struggle under this 175 level. 31 million shares. There are 32 million shares there. Still up 125%, but has not been doing great today. Mara. What is happening over here at UUU? It is up quite a bit. UUU got splashed down, had a high of the 365 for resistance. But that volume, though, only 4 million shares in the volume. Come on now. Sad. Let me go and look into this stock real quick. UUU. Float 1.75, insider holding 15.58, institutions 2390, shares outstanding, shares percent float. Okay. Oh, right. No shelf registrations. Insider holding. Okay, 15. So it's pretty standard across the board there. Yeah. Okay. So what is the news on UUU? Wall Street Universal Security Instruments shares halted. Okay, it just halted. There's no catalyst. Um, Pre-market trading company reported a year-over-year increase in Q3 EPS. I don't know if I don't know how interested I am in that news. It's not like they're actually doing anything, but they are up 50%. They're just not in the competition when it comes to trading the volume. Not that many eyes over here for right now. High of 365. This candle will be closing in like 20 minutes. So I don't know. I'm gonna just let that thing play by itself. It's got a lot of competition on the board though. It's got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stocks on the day above 10 million shares traded, and it's just at 5 million. So, the competition, man, is real. And by the time it gets to 10 million, they'll probably be at 20 million, 30 million. So, and the other thing is it hasn't given a dip. It probably won't give a dip on the day. I like buying dips. I like buying dips. So it may just be in crash mode after this. 366, and it looks like it's forming a lower high on the 30 minute as well. We'll see if it forms a lower high on the hour as well. I already did it on the 15 minute, so we'll see. Look at the daily chart for UUU. Looks very nasty on the daily chart. Has had some big rips come down. I don't like this. I don't like this daily chart. I mean, where do you even place the levels? You just put random levels out here like this and be like, yeah, I think it can get there. But none of that makes sense. None of it's obvious. I mean, there could be levels up here, there could be levels. I mean, there's too many could be's. You know what I mean? Not enough like this is one of five levels. There are levels all over this place. I don't know. So, and plus the catalyst it's not great. So that's probably why it has a lower volume on it. IBIO finally flipping sides, going down to the downside. SPRC continues to try to test that 106 level. Ben, I don't know, man. Ben, he's been in and out and in and out. He's been focused on everything going on over there with the Dow pretty much. He's not been in the stock market that much, so I don't know. He's not been he hasn't I mean he just hasn't been looking at the stock market or doing anything with the stock market. And I mean, look, if not looking at the stock market saves you money, I say do it, right? Because trading is hard. Trading is hard in any market. But I just wanted to focus on the stock market because I wanted to get one thing, one market that I kind of understand and I know how to manage my risk in and do things like that and say I'm going to stick to this. And it's just hard, man. The time that I put in studying and doing all this stuff on my trades and everything, I've taken what 5,000 about 5,300 trades, and I've studied and I've looked through and I've done analysis, and I mean it's just a lot of time you got to put in. So I mean he'll probably come back maybe after he's done doing that, but he's making more money over there. So you know yeah, no, it's one of those things, man. You got to go where you have found something that works for you. True, Daniel B, but waiting is a part of trading. If you can't wait, you're going to lose money every day. If you right there on the first minute of the day, full size, you taking 30,000 shares full size, you're going to get spanked if you try to do that every day. All right. So yeah, DraftKings coming on down. Yeah, yep, yep. Patience is definitely something that you really don't understand how important patience is until you start seeing your money being lost because of your lack of patience, right? It's like, wow, man, if I was just a little bit more patient, if I would have just waited till that candle closed, if I would have just, you know, did a little bit more looking into what this company did, if I did a little bit more reading into this news article that had all this good news, but then it had this chunk of bad news that I didn't read, but I just wasn't patient enough. I read the first three lines and it sounded good. So yeah, patience is definitely something you have to work like a muscle. AI is bigger than blockchain. Man, it's AI in blockchain. What do you mean? These people in blockchain are using chat GPT to code blockchains. Literally. You can just tell it what you want. Tell them what you want. Yeah, I don't think AI is bigger than blockchain, but I think it's definitely going to be heavily used in blockchain now that people know that they can do it. I mean, when we were doing the code for the first DAO, I mean, there was a lot of coding, like making all of the transactions and hooking up the oh man, there was so much we had to do in that freaking code. But now it's like with Chat GPT or whatever, it's like, oh yeah, boop boop boop, and it'll do it. It's like definitely takes a lot of the work, a lot of that back end work out of it. But I don't know how good Chat GPT is with security. Like, yeah, it can write the code, but is it secure? Is it tamper proof? And that's one of the things I want to see over the next couple of years or maybe months, or I don't know how long it'll be, but just to see how is the security with this code that the AI is writing. Is the AI putting in back doors for itself where it can actually do things itself that you don't want it to? Is the AI selling your passwords? I don't know. So we'll see. Everybody's so intrigued with it. We'll see if it continues to be a blessing and not a curse. One Life says flavor of the week. Flavor of the week. Flavor of the week. I don't know, man. This week's been so ratchet. I don't know. Flavor of the week. Butter pecan. I don't know. Random. Butter pecan. That's the type of ice cream. Actually haven't had butter pecan in a long time. I don't know what just made me think of that, but Tesla making its way back up, holding the 200 up, going up to the 203s. IBIO looking like it's just going to be a sideways motion there. Lori says, Strep, what in the world? Nah, I gotta look that up. Nah. We gotta look that up. How do you pronounce this?
Buongiorno, we are looking at how to pronounce with the typical Italian pronunciation the name of this cheese produced from Italian buffalo milk in the province of Foggia, located in the southern Italian region of Apulia, using a stretching and shredding technique. We are looking at how to pronounce stracciatella di bufala.
Oh my god.
Stracciatella di bufala is how it would be said in Italian, but it'd be fine in English to say stracciatella di bufala. Stracciatella di bufala. Here are many more cheese names and Italian produced that you may want to hear and nail the pronunciation
Man, I gotta practice that. Hold up.
Now we are looking at how to pronounce with the typical Italian pronunciation the name of this cheese produced from Italian buffalo milk in the province of Foggia, located in the southern Italian region of Apulia, using a stretching and shredding technique. We are looking at how to pronounce stracciatella di bufala. Stracciatella di
Stracciatella.
bufala is
Bro,
how it would be said in it.
I just broke the whole back end of my tongue. Stracciatella. I don't know. Let me see somebody else.
Stracciatella, Italian. Stracciatella, Italian.
Oh, wow.
Stracciatella, Italian.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. Gotta go. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's definitely that's a word, man. Stracciatella. Okay. Anyway, I think I've seen everything I want to see from today. I will be back next week with regular scheduled streams. It should be because this week was just so busy. We I was out on the road. We had tornadoes bouncing down. It was a great time to bob and weave. But yeah, let's see. Anything else that looks interesting? I don't think so. I think that's gonna be it for this Friday episode of HH Trader not trying to lose any money. But anyway, if you guys are gonna continue trading throughout the day, be careful. Keep your head on a swivel. Definitely do your research before you press that buy button. Sometimes the worst thing you can do is just jump in there. You may get fried. Um, but yeah, I learned new things today from Lori Lee. I'm gonna have to practice that word so I can say it correctly. All I need to do is say it 77 times, and I definitely get it there. But yeah, y'all. Hopefully, y'all did have a great week this week. It was definitely a choppy week, especially for low floats. I'm just glad to be green closing up this week and just need a couple more trades. I just want to close up this month pretty green and I'll be good to go. Um, you know, just want to pay a couple bills and that's it. Anyway, that is it for me today. And as always, uh, appreciate the chats, appreciate the comments and everything you guys dropped in that we were able to look over. Of course, if you're interested in the Discord, I dropped the Discord into the chat already. I think I can drop it again there. If you're interested in the Discord, you can join there. We go over pretty much any trade ideas, but we do like to have a thesis behind your trade ideas. Like if you're gonna drop a trade idea, have some kind of backing why you think that trade will work. Not so much of oh this is interesting, but why is it interesting? Um, and that's what I try to do when I'm in the Discord as well. Be like, okay, this, this is why, this is what I'm seeing. These are the outlying or the external factors that I think is going to make this go in my direction, that kind of thing. But yeah, that is it for me today. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.